Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that edition of Political Circle with Luke Mbo. Well, now still talking on the 2027 build-up, but this time we're looking at the northern political power blocks. Now, joining us via Zoom this morning from Birnin Kebbi is Aliyu Haliru Bunza. Good morning.
No, good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Now, what do you think about the 2027, the build up to the 2027 elections? We're seeing coalitions, the ADC. We're also seeing parties that seem to have some internal issues, like PDP, APC, and Labour Party as well. So what do you think? What do you think about all of this that is playing out leading to 2027 elections?
Well, this is a normal thing. During previous election, there are a lot of coalition, there are a lot of heat in the policy, and it's not a new thing. It's a usual thing when it comes to political transitional time. What is happening now against 2027 is not different from what has been happening previously during the election. You see people that didn't get their desired position from other parties cross-carpeting to another party. You see people that are they supported previous parties without getting their desired positions that they seek to have interested in, they will cross-carpet to another party. But this 2027 has started earlier with a lot of heat in the polity. You see these coalition issues have been going on and on. If you open media houses, everybody is a game. A lot of things do happen during elections. A lot of things do happen during campaigns. But it's too early to know the outcome. It's too early to know what will be the outcome of 2027 general election. Our strongest party are the ruling party, All Progressive Congress, and the People's Democratic Party, then the Labour Party. These are major parties that have strong structures and strong bases. These are parties that have sitting governors. So when you come to an electoral environment, election, if you're taking election, you have to talk about the strong three parties. This coalition, we don't know the fate of coalition. We don't know why the coalition is gathering those momentum, what are their aim, because most of them that we are seeing in coalition, they are previously in other parties. Some of them are former governors, some of them are former ministers. But to me, as young as I am, when I saw that, I said, wow, so let us go through the antecedents, the CV of each of them. Each of them held a political office before now. What have they done that they want to do is now? What have they done? They have been crying about insecurity, hunger, and this insecurity or hunger is all over the world. If you go to the international network channels, you see countries having problems of insecurity over the decades since I was young to now. So it's not something that can be solved in a day. But they said this is what they want to come and solve. But they have been in office. Most of them are ministers of previous administration. Most of them are governors in previous administration. What did they do when they were holding those positions? So politics is not about self-interest. You said politics is about human capital development, it's about improving the living standard of the masses. So you have to do something when you had that opportunity of doing it. But what have they done? So to me, as a youth advocate, we'll start asking questions. Okay, you say you have brought in coalition. What did you do when you have a position of a minister? What did you do when you are a governor for 8 years? What did you do in your state? What are your antecedents? So these are measures that we take in measuring the performance of these people that gathered as a coalition to checkmate other parties. When we talk about, you asked a question about the 2027 election. 2027 election there is a long way to go. They started hitting the politics too early because parties did not do congresses electing party officials that will lead to selecting presidential candidates, governorship candidates, all political office candidates. So I thought all these parties and all these politicians will hold on, be patient when parties have done their congresses, when aspirant has come out to sell their manifesto, to showcase their interest in contesting, then they will start galvanizing support from Nigerians, people that are outside the politics, because there are people that they are not into politics, but they're into governance. They wait when you are elected, they'll start measuring your performance. So they are there, they'll start talking, and it's not their time, it's not yet time for them to talk. So it's a normal thing. You will see the politics so heat up when it comes to election. But this time around, it started earlier. In my state, for instance, because this is where I stay, the heat has been going on, but we have been just laughing and smiling because it's too early to judge what is going to happen. And it's we, the youth of this dear state, KB State, will vote our candidate based on performance, based on your antecedents. What did you do to us? What have you done before? Which position have you held before? What are your performance when you held that position? You can't just come into the air and start saying Mr. A is wrong, Mr. A doesn't know how to do it, when you had that opportunity that, like Mr. A, you haven't done it. So what do you want to come and do? So we have a lot of questions, and I hope other youths of this country will use that avenue to checkmate leaders when it comes to election or aspiration, when they come for their aspiration, when they come to unveil their manifestos. We'll face them, we'll ask them questions, we'll organize debates, we'll organize symposium, we'll organize interactions with them so that we'll ask questions and see what do they have different from what presents political office holders are doing. And then time will judge, and we'll judge them by their response. We can't just follow people blindly. This is the time, we said it's the time for we, the younger one, but still older one doesn't want to go. So we'll checkmate them and see if they can do better, because this country need to be great. This country need to progress, and it can only progress and develop by engaging team in youth in development of this great nation. Nigeria is a very good and very excellent nation. We are blessed with a lot of human and capital resources. Utilize them. Let us utilize them, and this country will be great again.
All right. Now, you mentioned, the issue of politics and governance, and a lot of people also share the same opinion with you that this 2027 build-up is a bit too early. Now, do you think that, or would you say that the politicians who are involved in all of these are so focused on the coming election that they are paying less attention to the governance aspect, which is one of the major things that they will be judged by the citizens when it comes to the election? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, you are right if you tend to say it so, because it's too early for people to start campaigning, because if you start checkmating the present administration, you divert their attention from governance to focus on you on election, because that is what is happening. And constitutionally, it's not right to start campaigning, but parties tend to not to listen to watch what the constitution stated. They just started campaigning silently. If you checkmate them, they will say they are not campaigning. But to me, everybody, and you can testify to that, parties are campaigning, and it's wrong. And that one definitely affects governance, because once you start campaigning against somebody that is already on that seat, your focus is to keep on checkmating what you are doing against him. And that one will deviate him from governance. It's affecting the populace, it's affecting this country, and it's not good for this country, and it's not good for governance. It's too early. Why don't they hold up? We still have about a year and about 8 or 7 months to come. Let them wait. Maybe if it is a year to the election, let the politics hit and let the election begin, election campaigning begin. And that is when everything everything the present government has assure people of having will surely be seen if it is done, and how many and people will start rating the government, because you can't just start rating the government in 2 years time. The government that has about 4 years tenure, you start rating it in 1.5 years or 2 years. It's not right, because the government will come and it will meet a lot of programs, a lot of debts, a lot of activities that are not yet executed, some ongoing projects. So government have to settle. When you give the government maximum 2.5 years, let the government settle and then focus on their own activities, on their own project of betterment of the populace. But to me, it's not right, and hitting that polity is never an advantage to Nigerian masses, because it affects governance and it affects everything. As you said, that things affect even the insecurity of the country, because the government have focused so much on solving these insecurity issues. But while the opposition keep checkmating the government kept deviating from solving those issues that politicians are rising. So these are things that are affecting governance. To me, it's too early, please. People should hold on. Let's give them some months. Maybe next year we start hitting the politics, or let them allow them to govern. It's not time for us to start checkmating who Mr. A is and who Mr. B is. I'm not against coalition. I'm not against the present government. But to me, I'm against all politicians, because if you look into this in Nigeria, politics is about self-interest. If I tell you that he is for the masses, ask him, check, go to his antecedent. What have he done for the masses before getting that position? What is he doing for the masses if he's on that, if he held a position now? So all politicians are selfish. Most of them are just after getting that position for their selfish interest. Because you can hold a seat for about 7 to 8 years. You haven't done anything to people, for the masses, and now you said, after staying out of office for just 2.5 years, you will be checkmating the government, that the government is not doing right, that you can do better. What have you done 7 years when you are holding the office, and what are you going to do different? 7 years is a long time. You can't be having some years and somebody is started enjoying just 2.5 years. You said no, he's not doing well. While you held for your first 4 years, you held your second 3.5 years. To me, the opposition are not helping matters. Some people have a contrary opinion, but to me they are not helping matters, because it's too early. They should allow the present administration, let them govern. Then in the next coming year, we will start politics, and they are very welcome. We will start campaign aspiration, and that is why you choose the right candidate. If Mr. A is not right for you, you go for Mr. B. But you have to weigh your candidate. We can't just be voting blindly. We have to follow people, CV, people antecedents, their previous achievements. That is what will rate good aspirants if you want good governance.
All right. Now, talking about the coalition, we're seeing a lot of politicians. We are seeing people like Atiku, even Peter Obi, aligning with the ADC. Now, do you think that this is, or rather, how big of a change do you think this is when it comes to Nigerian politics and the elections coming up in 2027?
To me, if you are a good aspirant, if you have done well previously on the offices you held, you don't need to coalesce with anybody. For instance, let Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, he contested 2 to 3 times alone without any coalition, and he has been galvanizing 12 million votes, 13 million votes alone without buying a single vote. Why? Because the populace, the Nigerians, check his previous performance, and that performance rated him in the heart of ordinary Nigerian, and that is why they have been voting him. If you kept pleading with Nigerians, gathering coalition while you held positions previously, maybe as a vice president, as a governor, as a minister, and now you think you have to come together, 10, 20, hundreds, thousands of you, just to checkmate a single party. To me, you have to check inward. Then you have to check inward that to tell yourself that then Nigerian masses are not satisfied with their previous performance. Because if they are satisfied with your previous performance, they will use their own money to campaign for you. They will vote for you. They don't wait for your money. And that is what happened to late President Muhammadu Buhari when he contested under CPC, ANPP, CPC, and then APC. If you can recall, people are buying recharge card, scratching it, just to donate to his cause. Which of the politicians among the coalition can boost and come out and said, I'm not going to spend a penny. If you want to vote me, if you want good governance, come and vote me. People should donate for us to actualize this cause. There is none. So all are self-serving politicians. Most of them, if they are part and enjoying the very dividends of democracy within this present administration, you will not see them in any coalition. Let's be sincere to ourselves. We should stop deceiving Nigerians. We should focus. We should support present leaders. Everybody have a timeline. Every government have a timeline. Maximum 8 years. 8 years, if you don't perform, you are going. Somebody will come and perform, and he will outshine you. That is how governance should be. But you shouldn't be just raking, shouting, things are not right, things are not okay. Come out, let Nigerians rate you, let them vote you, let them support you like they supported late President Muhammadu Buhari. Single-handedly, without a penny, he has been checkmating sitting government, and he's the only candidate that unseat a present administration. So it's very simple. We should just focus on that. Allow the government to focus on that governance. Coalition, you should keep on shouting, but you have to rate yourself. What are your previous antecedents? Why do you have to keep pushing Nigerians to vote you? You must vote me, I will bring change. While you had a position for about 7-8 years. Yeah, if people truly Nigerians want to vote you, you don't need to start gathering thousands, hundreds of you. And all these people that have been gathering, I saw that when they unveiled that coalition, I will look at those places. About 80 to 90% of their health positions politically or managerially, executive directors, MDs, all of them previously. So rate them. What have they done? If you have done something, you don't need to correlate with anybody. You will come independently and contest for governorship, people will vote you. Contest for senatorship, people will vote you. And remember, if you go to do the archive, you see President Muhammadu Buhari said, I don't have money. In a party primaries, because that is where politicians start rating their candidate. He came openly, he told people, I don't have money, but I can give you good governance. If you believe in me, vote for me. And that is when he defeated former Vice President Atiku Abubakar in APC primary. That is his shortest speech at the convention. So that to tell you, people have that confidence in him. But in a coalition presently, how old is the coalition? People of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, they are fighting each other on social media. If you Google it, you see they kept fighting each other for position. You see, to tell you they are only after that position or what they are going to achieve when they get into that position. They are not fighting for Nigerians. If you are fighting for Nigerians, allow Nigerians to fight for you to be elected. Thank you.
All right, so now do you think that this coalition, this ADC coalition, actually stands a chance in 2027 to actually win the election?
To me, I don't see that coming, because they have to put their house together, and their house is not together, because they all have their own interests at heart. Because that is what I just said earlier. If you go to X, you see people of Peter Obi fighting. If not Peter Obi, there is no coalition. You see Atiku people fighting. If not Atiku, there is no coalition. You see people of the South saying, if this turn is the turn of the South, if not South, there shouldn't be any coalition. Some people are saying, if it should be North will spend 4 years and they will return it to South. So some people will say, no, if not the South, no coalition. So if you cannot fight, if you say you are fighting me, and you didn't settle your house, you cannot achieve your desired objectives. Because by the time, if the coalition will fill in Atiku Abubakar as their presidential candidate, believe me or not, people of the South, majority of them, they will move out on the coalition. If not directly, indirectly, they will work against the coalition. If it's Peter Obi that secured the aspiration position of the president or of the coalition, if they feel in Peter Obi come 2027, a lot of Atiku people and the Northerners in coalition, they will work against the coalition directly or indirectly. So the house is not in order, and that is what affected PDP, if you can recall, far back 2023. It's a serious thing. It affected PDP. They thought it was just a simple game that they can handle. It's a simple situation that they can come over. And it affected them during that election. And that is what has been manifested in this coalition. So to me, if they don't put their house together, the coalition will not work, it will not bring any fight come 2027.
Now, Atiku has resigned again from PDP for the third time. Some say it's even more than that. And, there are a lot of opinions about his resignation, and the multiple times and the continuous, resignation and going back and all of that. So what do you think of that move made by Atiku?
To me, it's not a right thing and it's not a new thing in the polity, because everybody knows former President Atiku Abubakar has been changing parties from 1999 to date, from PDP to AC and AC. He has been changing parties, so it's a new thing, and that to show you it is his own interest is apparent. Because you can be, if I go to party A and I didn't get what I want, I'll jump to party B. If I jump to party B, we won election, and I think I will be given opportunity to contest after 4 years, I'll jump to party C. So every politician has been jumping from one party to another. The masses should be rest assured it's not after their own well-being, and it's not after their own dividends or provided dividends of democracy. Because if you are for the masses, you stood for the masses, stay in one party, allow the masses to just register a party by yourself. That is what led President Muhammadu Buhari did. He registered CPC alone, and he fought for that CPC. First election of CPC, they got around 11 point something million votes to 12 million votes. That is what you should do. But you can't be jumping from, you meet an organized house, you jump there, you use your way and getting the ticket, and then if you are not successful, the next transition you look of a better party that have more acceptance and more governance, then you move and cross carpet to that party. To me, Atiku Abubakar is an elderly person in the north. He is a stakeholder. He's an excellent politician. He likes fighting. He has been fighting from day one, and I envy his courage. He's a good politician, and he has many good followers. But it's not right thing for an elder and a stakeholder and someone that the youth looks forward to. He's a role model to most of the youth. He shouldn't be cross-carpeting. Or moreover, he should just sponsor a party. In the next coming years, he is too old to contest. So he should sponsor a party, have a party that he will build. Those youth that have been consistent, that have been loyal to him, let him build them and support them, let them hold position. At least he will leave a legacy that, yes, I can boost my chest, that within my boys, I have produced senators, I have produced governors, I have produced a president. So cross-carpeting is not good, it's bad for a politician, because that is to tell you he's just a self-serving politician. He wants to achieve his own aspiration and his own motives, not the motives of the general public.
All right, but do you think that he holds, a reasonable amount of influence in the north? That is, should he, emerge as a presidential candidate for 2027? Do you think he has that much influence in the north to actually come out successful?
I know he will have a full influence in the north. The Nigerian politics, is about about tribal differences, more about religious differences, and that is what it has been tuning the progress of this nation. So if you could remember 2019, APC filled Muslim ticket, just so that it will get the votes of the North. And Labour Party filled in Christian Muslim ticket, while PDP filled in Muslim Christian ticket, just to get that votes from the North. So now, if Atiku will have the ticket of the coalition, he will get a reasonable support from the North, because he's from the North, and most of his political allies are from the North. He's from the North. Wherever region you come from, you are stronger. Your strongest hold in politics is that region. So Atiku Abubakar, former vice president, he's from the North. So if he can get the ticket of the coalition, he will definitely have more support in the North than any region in this country. Thank you.
Now, you've given instances of, how former President Muhammadu Buhari was able to, pull the support of people, when he contested for election. But now, there are speculations in the APC that Buhari CPC Bloc, some of his supporters may leave APC for other parties. Now, should this happen, first of all, do you think that this is possible? And if it is, will it have an effect on APC?
Well, I also read that, but you too have read the response of the leader of that CPC bloc, the former governor of Nasarawa State, Honorable His Excellency Tanko Almakura. He came out, issued a press release that the CPC bloc is still in that agreement with APC. They are not going anywhere. So there's only a few of them that felt they are not satisfied with what is happening. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they are expecting position in the previous government because they are APC members and they didn't get such. Maybe they expect royalties from this government and they are not getting those royalties. That is why they said, let us start, because they have been compassing from some sources on media, but I don't know whether it's true. They visited Let Brand on that same issue, but he told them he cannot pull out from APC, he cannot pull out from that agreement because he has enjoyed that agreement for 8 years. And his media spokesperson, Garbashi, came out and released that statement. That is a rumor. The president is in total support, the late president Mahmoud Buhari is in total support of that agreement and is in total support of the present administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So There are just few satisfied they are doing that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Aliyu Halirubunza, for your time. Wonderful conversation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and with that, we've come to the end of Signature Morning. Thank you for being with us from newspaper headlines and reviews up until this moment. I am Uchenna Chimdi Oluoha. The morning show continues with an interview we had not long ago on insecurity in the Southeast, looking at ethnic profiling with Professor Oji. Enjoy.